Hey there, my name's Jerry Renick, and I am a local licensed real estate agent with Curry Properties. And with me is my wife Tamara, my assistant.
Hi there.
And we live in Melbourne, which is in Brevard County, kind of the east central part of Brevard County. And as you can see behind us is the Indian River Lagoon. And we live in a condo on the Indian River Lagoon, and we love it. This is a beautiful town. Especially as being such a beautiful waterfront town. There's a lot going on in such a small part of this city, including a marina, restaurants, several other condominium buildings on the river or on the marina, office space, and so many other walkable things to do in the area. Old Town Melbourne is within walking distance. It's comprised of a bunch of boutique shops and restaurants and office space and what have you. It's a lot of fun. We do it with ourselves and friends of ours, almost every weekend. And so we just want to give you a little flavor of our town and what's going on. And, if you're interested in moving here or, dare I say, if you're moving out of town and you need help with a real estate agent, we'd love to talk to you and see what we can do to help you out. So let's take a little walk around and let's look at some of the highlights of our town. And here we go. Okay, so this is the front of the building that we live in, the Windward Passage. And just to show you real briefly, here's a swimming pool, little clubhouse. Here's Front Street. Here's another one of the condominiums in our neighborhood. And if you look towards the south, here's the marina area towards the Cove of Crane Creek that goes out to Indian River. And there's a Chart House restaurant, which is a beautiful place to have dinner, right on the water. Fantastic menu, great staff, a really fun place to be. And here's the front of the Chart House, just to give you a different perspective. Up ahead, you can see, again, the entrance from this cove into the river. Here's the marina where obviously a lot of people keep their boats. It's mostly long-term dockage. And you can see a couple more condos, office complex, and other apartment buildings around the harbor. Across the creek, again, it's called Crane Creek, is the Melbourne Yacht Club. You can't really see because it's kind of hidden by the oak trees and palm trees, but you can see some blue awning. There's another condominium that has about 16 units, I believe. Really nice view of the marina. And at the end of this marina, the north end, is Ichabod's Restaurant. Again, another popular local restaurant and bar. A lot of locals hang out and visitors. But it's a very vibrant, beautiful place to be, especially if you're part of the boating community or like fishing, or you just like walking around the waterfront. There's all kinds of available walking to enjoy. And just to give you an idea of some of the current new development and future planned development, this is Melbourne Avenue, which runs parallel to the Crane Creek. And so here's a new waterfront community called Water's Edge that's under construction. There are, I believe, 12 units, 3-story tall units. I think they have a targeted opening date for late this year, early next year. Also down the street, again, this is Melbourne Avenue, looking towards the waterway. There's another condo community that's proposed for development on some vacant land. I think it's gonna be about a 6-story tall building with multiple units. I'm not sure how many offhand. Now that's not on the water. We can view the water from some of the higher elevations, I do believe. Crane Creek gets a little shallow back here because it starts getting more narrow versus being closer to the east and the inlet and the Indian River Lagoon. So most of these new communities, they don't have docks, so you can overnight dock a boat. It's usually like a fishing pier, maybe a day dock if the water depths are deep enough, but you're on the river, or close to the river as it is. And as we move further west on Melbourne Avenue, you get into more single family homes. Here's one actually listed by Curry Properties. Kiki Killick is the agent, and it's a very beautiful estate home on the river. Not right on the river, you got to kind of go through some natural area of mangroves and whatnot to get to it, but you do have some privacy on the river. Beautiful home. And then you're heading basically into town, into the more commercial district. And here is the signage with the entrance into the historic part of downtown Melbourne from the west end. And it goes for, I don't know, about a mile or so till it runs into US 1, also known as Harbor City Drive. And it's just filled with a bunch of cute, boutique-y little shops, restaurants, bars, offices, almost anything you would expect in a kind of a renovated, older, small town atmosphere. It's very walkable. It's a lot of fun. My wife Tamara and I do it a lot with friends of ours, and it's just a great place, especially if you live local, or even if you don't, just park on the street and walk up and down. In fact, today they're having a botanical festival. I'm not going to go down to get in the middle of that because, there's a lot going on, and it might be hard to get a good video of what's going on, but they always have festivals here. We were recently at the St. Patrick's Day festival that went on all weekend long. So much fun. Anyway, there's a lot to do around here. A lot of it's walkable, a lot of it's close by to live by, and it's a great town to be part of. Hey guys, well, thanks for giving us a few minutes of your day, and we really appreciate the opportunity for us to introduce ourselves to you and introduce our community. Like I said, we love it here. It's so relaxing, and everything is, at least where we live, is in walking distance for the most part to so many different amenities. But my contact information is at the bottom of the screen, so please reach out with any questions you may have. If you're looking to buy, rent, or if you're moving, please call us. We'd be happy to help you, and we are looking forward to putting out other videos in the near future, looking at our community, visiting different homes that are for sale, just to give you an idea of what's out there and any other opportunities that come up. So please give us a call. We look forward to hearing from you, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Bye.